Hi, welcome everyone. This video will be an interesting one. We want to find out how fast the new Nigerian trains really go in real time. A lot of people see Nigerian trains passing by, especially inside the town where they run slowly. Even train passengers sometimes wonder what speed the train is running, because inside the train it doesn't feel like it's moving fast at all. Before you say, we know it's diesel electric, they don't go fast like pure electric trains, do you know the speed of Nigerian trains? The result will surprise you. So if you want to see the speed and all the details about how we will do it, sit back and enjoy the video. At the same time, you can subscribe to our channel as well and enable notification. A lot of factors can actually affect the speed of a train, whether it's electric or diesel electric. How the tracks are laid plays a major role. That's why high-speed tracks are mostly straight. You don't want to have a lot of curves on a high-speed railway track, because that will obviously slow down the train. So to find out how fast Nigerian trains really are, not just what the train is capable on paper, but the fastest speed they can do on the track in real time, we have to take a ride on a Nigerian train. Which Nigerian train are we going to ride? Which one will it be other than the new ones running on the newly built Lagos-Ibadan railway? Taking a train ride from Lagos to Ibadan on this newly built standard gauge railway is exciting. And as you can see, passenger traffic is growing every day. On some days, you get 3 train trips per day from Lagos to Ibadan and vice versa. That's great. It shows that passenger traffic is growing, and in no time, we might be seeing 4 trips per day, which will make a total of 8 trips. Impressive. Inside this first-class cabin is all nice and cozy, as you can see. These are captain seats, just like on an airplane. There's a lot of leg room. In fact, the seat stretches way back. If there is a part that can push up your legs, it could be transformed to a bed. A foldable table is tucked inside the armrest, so you can put your snacks on them, or a laptop so you can continue walking while on the train. Brilliant. Now that we've arrived in Ibadan, we need to get to town and find somewhere to relax and analyze the data. Also, we'll take the opportunity to see projects in Ibadan. The Ibadan dry port is somewhere behind there, and it's disappointing that work on the dry port is not advancing like that of Kano. Ibadan is the biggest city in West Africa. A dry port here will boost business not just in Ibadan, but the entire southwest region, excluding Lagos of course and Ogun State, because the containers will have to pass Ogun State before getting to Ibadan. It will not only serve the southwest region, it will serve other nearby cities even in the north, because for logistic reasons, Ibadan is nearer to them instead of going to Lagos to clear their containers. Anyway, we will make inquiries to find out why nothing is going on in Ibadan dry port. Actually, it's more appropriate to say the site of Ibadan dry port because nothing is going on there. Is it the fault of the governor of Oyo State, or the Minister of Transportation, or any other approving agency? What is going on? We'll find out and we'll definitely make a video. Or if you're watching this video and you know what is going on, you have information, you can educate us by commenting. For those who haven't subscribed, this is the time to subscribe and enable notification. Thank you everyone. Well, after analyzing all the data, it's all nice and good, but we wouldn't bore you with all the technical details. We need to make a second run, and we'll do that with another train. although they might be the same under the hood but in a different housing. But we'll try anyway for science. Also, 2 runs will actually be better than 1 for the data analysis. We'll be going back with another train and we'll be riding in the business class section this time around. By the way, the first class ticket costs 6,000 naira. That's about $12 for a distance of 155 kilometers. Those living abroad can make comparison to know if it's affordable or comparable. Although purchasing power in Nigeria is not the same as some European and American countries. The business class ticket costs 4,000, which is about $8, and standard class costs 2,600 naira, about $5.
This train is about to depart Obafemi Awolowo station at Lagos-Ibadan, and it's taking us to Mobolaji Johnson station at Lagos-Ibadan, Lagos.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Everything is working perfectly and the business class wagon isn't bad at all. It just has more seats. The insulation is equally impressive. You can hardly hear noise from outside the train. Within a short time, we will be leaving the Moniya train station in Ibadan. Alright, we're on the move. Let's see the instrument readout so you can know what they do and what they mean. This one is the speedometer. Of course, you all know what it does, just like the one in your car. It shows the speed the train is running at any given moment. There's the dial and the digital display. Next is the compass. Just like every compass, it shows where the train is headed at any given time. Whenever it makes a turn, it shows that right now we are heading southwest. Next is the time. It displays the journey time. As you can see, that's how far we spent since we boarded and left Ibadan train station in Moniya. That's a little over 2 minutes. And towards the end of the video, you will see the total time. The time it took the train to get to Lagos from Ibadan, which will include all the stops the train makes along the way. They stop to pick other passengers and also drop some. They can make a 2-minute stop or 5 minutes, it depends. Next is the brake. It does what it says. It shows the braking force, which might not be visible because trains don't stop too quickly. Anyway, let's leave it there. And next is the throttle. This one is the elevation, and the last one is the route map. The route map shows exactly where the train is on the map, so you can keep an eye there to see all the stations and towns as we pass by. Although we won't be showing you everything because it will make the video very long. Now let's see how fast this train can go. Will it break the 3-digit mark? It's still in the 30s, approaching 40 kilometers per hour. We will find out when we get to a long straight line on the tracks. Then we will see how fast it can really go. Talking about straight lines for the rail tracks, it is very important to have on railway tracks because trains, whether they are high-speed electric trains or diesel locomotives, they can actually attain their speed potential on straight line tracks. When the tracks are too bendy, the curve radius is not adequate, the train will be braking a lot, and a trip that should take less than an hour could take more than 2 hours. So as a developing country, Nigeria has the opportunity to incorporate straight line tracks in the design of new railway lines so that trains can run faster, Trains have a lot of advantages more than road vehicles because they don't experience traffic and the tracks are dedicated to the trains alone. The faster the train can go, the more money they can charge for the tickets. So everyone that is involved in the design and award of contracts for Nigerian railway infrastructure, from the Ministry of Transportation to the Nigerian Railway Corporation, all agencies involved must focus on speed, speed, speed. Yes, the train is currently approaching 90 kilometers per hour. Where are we? We are approaching the next train station. This station is still in Oyo State. That's the station in Omiadio. Can the train go faster? It seems it's slowing down. 86, 85. Anyway, looking at the map, there's a straight line ahead of us. Before we get to Alright, here we are. It didn't gain much speed from the last curve and we're almost there. It's slowing down to take the curve at 71 kilometers per hour, and the speed just shoots up again immediately after the curve. So does it mean the curve radius is adequate for high speeds? Well, it seems so, but why isn't the train going much faster? It took the other curve at 84 kilometers per hour. That was because the curve wasn't as deep as the last one. Anyway, we are hoping that the train can go faster, beyond 100 kilometers per hour. A lot of people now take the trains from Abeokuta to Ibadan and vice versa since the train started running. When you have good transport infrastructure, it definitely improves tourism. The mere fact that these trains are running will make some people want to travel and go and see their loved ones, and do other activities. They don't have to go to a bus terminal and wait for the bus or minivan to be full before it leaves the park. Also, they don't have to deal with bumpy or dusty roads. Riding the train is completely the opposite. They are air conditioned, the ride is smooth and exciting. The trains always depart on the hour. Yes, there's no delay whatsoever. Even if it's empty, it leaves on the hour. Abeokuta is a beautiful city. What a lovely landscape. Just like Enugu, beautiful. Now, here is an interesting section along this track. We've got a short straight line here ahead of us. Let's see how fast the train can run here. Will it hit the magic number? Triple digits, and the speed is climbing. "91, 92, 93. Come on, 94. 95. Ooh. Come on. 96. You should be able to do 100 here. 97. Whoa, finally didn't hit the 100 mark, but it's actually an improvement. 97 kilometers per hour. These are new trains running on new tracks. They should do better. They should be able to at least do 120 kilometers per hour. It's still at 94. Oh, it's ending. The curve is already imminent. The insulation of the train is quite impressive. The noise of another train speeding by can hardly be heard inside. The train manufacturers did a great job. Yes, that's what they will be doing very soon in Nigeria. We will get a shot of the Kajola train assembly yard when we get there. That will be after the next stop at the Papalanto station. This is the Kajola station. The train won't be stopping here. This endless line of freight wagons were recently acquired to boost the transportation of goods by rail. Hopefully, it will drive the cost of transportation of goods down a bit, because majority of agricultural products are transported by road from the north to the south. And it is quite expensive to transport them by road, which of course increases the retail price significantly. And next, a little bit ahead of us, is the Kajola train assembly yard. It's not operational yet, it's still under construction. When it starts operations, it will have the capacity to produce 500 wagons in a year. That includes passenger and freight wagons. It is expected that majority of the wagons needed by the Nigerian Railway Corporation in the near future will be assembled right here. It's a massive complex, and it will provide jobs in the thousands for a lot of people around here in the community, you know. That the railway tracks aren't straight enough, the railway curve radius should support speeds of more than 100 kilometers per hour. Or is it the trains? Because there are trains that hug the track around the curve to maintain their speed, like these ones the Lagos state government will soon deploy. Anyway, the trains are too slow. If it takes about 3 hours to get to Ibadan from Lagos, how long will it take to get to Kano when the Ibadan-Kano section is completed? They need to remove the bottleneck that is preventing the trains from going faster. That's if the train isn't the bottleneck. Is it that the track can't support speeds beyond 100 kilometers per hour? Or is it that the trains aren't capable? For intercity trains to be attractive, it needs to be fast so that people can abandon their cars and take the trains because they know the train is faster. Everyone loves fast, you know. No one wants to spend hours in a train when there is a better alternative. The priority here for the NRC is to make the trains irresistible to the greater percentage of people going to Ibadan from Lagos and vice versa, so that they can make more money and be competitive. The NRC should learn a lot from the Lagos-Ibadan rail line so as to improve on the design of the new railway lines in the future. Yes, the Ibadan to Kano section of the Western Rail Line construction is yet to take off, and they need to make sure that the lines are mostly straight. It is true that the standard gauge line should take the path of the old narrow gauge, but it isn't feasible at the moment because times have changed. When the old narrow gauge was built, there wasn't high-speed trains. So they have to make sure that the lines are straight, even if it involves acquiring more land and paying compensation. That's if the lack of straight line is the primary reason the trains are slow. Shaving 1 hour or more of the journey time will go a long way in improving the service. After all, the aim of building railway lines is not just to make hauling of goods easier and affordable, but also to make journeys faster. For now, the railway lines are not electrified to support electric trains, but it could change in the future. That's why the rail tracks should be built with the future in mind. Otherwise, if the situation changes tomorrow, for instance if the tracks become electrified, electric trains wouldn't be able to achieve their speed potential because of the tracks. Yeah, the tracks not being straight enough or that it lacks adequate curve radius will limit the speed of the trains. Anyway, we hope that the design of the Lagos-Calabar rail line incorporates long straight lines of railway tracks. If that was not done, they should endeavor to do so before construction kicks off. Actually, it is easier to do straight lines on a new track while also accounting for the need to connect cities along the entire length of the railway. Other things the NRC should do is to clean up the tracks. There's a lot of waste deposited on the rail tracks. They should, as a matter of urgency, remove people sitting or trading on the tracks because they are the source of dirt on the tracks. People trading on the tracks creates an unnecessary traffic for the trains because they have to slow down, which is not supposed to be because trains don't experience traffic jam. Removing all obstacles on the tracks, most especially along the populated areas of Ogun State, Ibadan areas, Agege, Oshodi, and other areas in Lagos mainland, will shave off some time from the already long journey time. Also, cleaning of the tracks are all part of maintenance, Maintenance doesn't just end with routine maintenance on the trains, around the stations or other equipment that the NRC needs to run the service. They should extend the maintenance to the rail tracks because the waste being deposited on the tracks will lead to quick decay of the materials used in building them. After all, it was lack of maintenance and mismanagement that led to the deterioration of Nigerian railways in the first place before the recent rehabilitation and buying of new locomotives. So they should endeavor to clean up the tracks to make it look decent. A lot of foreigners actually ride these trains. The dirt on the tracks doesn't portray Nigeria in a good light. Alright, we hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't and enable notification to be notified when other interesting videos go live. Till next time, bye bye.